And this is why I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter from average to over here. They all want everything. You want a millionaire. You want to be a housewife. You want to have a luxe lifestyle. You want monogamy and you want excitement. French Bulldog,
Yep.
Shar-Pei, Yorkie.
I would have to change where I'm
You
going
feel
to
like
be.
they're boring?
I do. I definitely feel like the professions, they're definitely boring and they're in different places. So I would have to change where I'm going to put myself in those environments. I don't think that they're unobtainable. I have to make the changes to go to those rooms.
The men who make millions of dollars have boring lifestyle.
I feel like a majority, they're living a life of peace. They're not out here in clubs and bars. They're living a life of peace.
Folks, I just let that run. I let that run because the arrogance it takes to make that statement is mind-boggling.
You're a 45-year-old
Mind-boggling.
in a club
The
11
men
on a
who
Sunday.
make millions of dollars have to live a lifestyle of structure.
One thing I like about Kevin is that a lesser man would let some of the beauty of these women get them a little discombobulated. You know what I mean? He don't never let, no matter how you look, he don't never let, whether you're beautiful or not, he don't let you get him discombobulated or have you fawning all over you with. He don't do that. He don't do that with women. He stay focused. He stay on his program. He don't care how you look. He gonna give it to you the same way he give it to everybody. Don't matter how you look. Your looks don't matter, and they really don't. I mean, I just know some guys will probably pander to a woman like this because they into her looks, or they'll let her. This is why there's a lot of simps out here. Okay, that's what a simp is. When he see a beautiful woman, he don't know how to move. He don't know how to operate. You could tell Kevin is pretty seasoned. He don't let beautiful women, get him off his mission. You know, and a lot of guys will probably do that. But that's one thing that I've always respected about Kevin is that he don't care how you look. He don't give it to you. What the raw, uncut truth. Because a lot of it seems like the ones who are the most attractive be the most lost and the most entitled. So you got to give it to them raw, uncut, because they think that their looks is going to get them through a lot of stuff. They think their looks is going to persuade Kevin, and he's staying 10 toes down. That's what I always respected about him. But let's go back in.
They work a lot. And this is why I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter from average to over here. They all want everything. You want a millionaire. You want to be a housewife. You want to have a luxe lifestyle. You want monogamy and you want excitement. French Bulldog,
Yep.
Shar-Pei, Yorkie. You're laughing now.
Because I'm saying if I'm giving up the monogamy, what's stopping me from going to those places where that high value man is?
Nothing's stopping you from.
If I give up monogamy, what's stopping me from going to the places where the high value men are? That question doesn't make sense to me. What monogamy got to do with you going to a place where high value men are? Monogamy is monogamy. If you're in that relationship, be monogamous to your man. I don't know. Let's listen to some more. Maybe she can explain.
Going there, but why would he pick you?
because I'm again bringing that peace and that making his life easier.
This is why so many women are lost today. Man.
So you don't think that I can bring peace?
No, I don't. No, not you. No, I think you're another Bill. Women like you require a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And you're high maintenance. High maintenance is opposite of peace. You're a side chick.
Why would I be high maintenance if I?
Because, man, listen, I'll tell you. You're high maintenance because you require luxury lifestyle. That is, listen.
Now, see there? Look at her. She didn't deny that. You got me right there. I do require a high lifestyle, luxury lifestyle. I do require that. You got me. That's crazy. So she's willing to admit that part, but she's not willing to admit that she high maintenance. Okay. Let's go in.
You're high maintenance because you require luxe lifestyle. That means the women who normally get these kind of guys get with these guys when they're in process and they build with. You want to be standing at the finish line with pom-poms waiting for him to get there. Matter of fact, you don't even want to be in the finish line. You want to be in the executive seat or the box on the yacht, and you just want to show your titties and smile.
Facts.
And say, take me. And he's like, all right, I fuck you.
Wow.
I do this with you.
She not denying none of that. Ain't no need in wowing now. You didn't deny nothing else he said. So why wow? You shouldn't be surprised by nothing he's saying at this point. Let's go in.
You may make some pretty babies. Let me put about 2 or 3 million into this because she is going to go left. Sign this prenup. Because you're getting a prenup.
Oh, facts.
Sign this, and here's your exit clause. Now, because she is going to go left because she requires a luxury lifestyle, you're already going to be a loss leader. And they're going to have other women because you're not in it for him. You're in it for you.
Yeah.
That, by definition, is not peace.
So how can I be? I just want to know if I'm a modern day woman with a substantial income, equal or even greater in a sense, how can I not make our life
even greater in a sense? You would not settle for a guy if your income was greater. Let's keep it real. Okay? It may be equal, but never. You would never have a guy that you made more money than him. That's not the type of woman you are. You're a high maintenance woman, and you already admitted that. So let's not even throw that term in there, or greater, because you're not going to be with a man if you make more money than him. Let's go in.
easier in a relationship?
Because you want to be a housewife, your income doesn't matter.
I could pay a light bill. I can cook.
What?
I can clean.
Ma'am, how come there are women who make more money than you who can't get men at their financial level?
I feel like
Ma'am, I ask you a question. Listen.
Because
Listen. Stop. Listen. Women, there are women, you can look at entertainment and see this often. Why are women they want their peers? They'll work, people will make records with them, make movies with them, but they can't marry men at their level or higher. Because those men have options and they want something different. Women who have the bag have to marry down. You want to marry up.
So I bring nothing to so my income, okay, we'll take away my income. My ability to be a homemaker doesn't count for anything?
I didn't say it didn't count for anything, but it doesn't count for $1 million.
Facts.
Okay, ma'am, let's be reasonable.
Especially if you can hire a maid, you can hire a chef. Okay? So, and that's less than $1 million. You can get all those services paid for. So, you have to bring even more value than that, just being a housewife. And I have a feeling, I mean, maybe this is just me being a little stereotypical or biased or whatever, or presumptuous, I don't think she would make a good housewife. I just don't. If you have selfishness in you already, and you have that selfish gene, and you coming into the relationship selfish, you're going to continue to be selfish. You're not going to come in with intentions on trying to please your husband. That's not your nature. So yeah, she's gonna go in selfish, and she's not gonna even be a good housewife. At least I don't think so. But that's just my assumption, and I'll take that. But let's go back in.
If your ability to be a homemaker or whatever it is you bring to the table was a product, what would differentiate your product from other products on the shelf?
It's
Is it the
100%
content?
vegan.
Huh?
The contents, it's vegan. It's not damaged. I don't
It's the
have any
packaging.
children.
Man. You're trading on your packaging more than anything else, because I haven't heard much of content. Because contents don't need to go to therapy because they were egotistical.
But the ability to change and listen to my man in a relationship and allow my man to be that leader that preach, provide, and protect should count.
Allow my man to be that leader. How about not get in the way of your man being that leader? If he's well to do and he's making millions, you're not allowing him to do nothing. Maybe you will, the best you could do is not stand in his way or help him. But what is this allow stuff? Maybe that's what Kevin's face is looking like right now. Allow? What are you talking about, allow? I haven't seen this before, by the way, but let's see what he say.
Or something.
Not millions of dollars. They don't want to. The men that do this don't let you allow nothing. The women come over there with whatever you like. See, you're used to being in control, and you keep leveraging what you have, and they're like, I don't care about that.
Right.
I'm being honest with you, man. And the thing is, okay, you're not going to be on top. He's in charge. You are secondary. It's about him, not you. And what I'm getting from you is your life is about you.
But my ability to cook for my providing husband or boyfriend or man doesn't count. To get up at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. because he has to be at work at 6 doesn't count.
Ma'am, there are women so what makes your meal better than the meal that the woman who's married to a man making $50,000? What makes your meal better?
Consistency.
Ma'am, she's cooking consistently too.
Right.
Consistency, and I feel like the ability to make his life easier.
She really making stuff up at this point. Just making stuff up. She make it seem like her consistency is better than the next woman's consistency. Consistency is consistency, no matter how you slice it or dice it. If you get up at 4 in the morning and another woman get up at 4 in the morning every day to make breakfast, how is yours better? How is yours better than hers? The real issue is she never even really thought about these questions. She really thought that her smile is what is worth $1 million. It's her smile can get her and coast her through. And this consistency on being, a homemaker, I'm not buying that she's going to be consistent. I'm just not buying it. But let's go back in.
Let me stop. Let me ask you a hard question. Okay. You're familiar with an actress by the name of Gabrielle Sidibe?
I'm not familiar.
Familiar with Lizzo?
Okay.
Are you familiar with her?
No.
No, Lizzo?
Okay.
Precious?
Excuse me. If you're an average looking woman, a solid 4 or 5,
Okay.
Would you be making the same demands?
No.
Thank you.
And that kind of proves my point. She think her smile can get her through everything, and that's worth $1 million. And no, it's not. You have to come with tangibles. Tangibles. I mean, a smile, I guess you could say, is tangible, but at the end of the day, you have provide a service. You can't smile your way through everything and just give the puppy dog eyes and expect men to just drop everything. A lot of women depend on simps. They want to see how many simps are out there, and the more simps, the better. And the perfect simp is Russell Wilson, because I swear every woman wish they was married to Russell Wilson. He is the perfect combination of rich and a simp, and they just love that. Let's go back in.
But considering, you know,
If you were a 4 or 5, you would be bringing the same things you're bringing to the table, but you know you could not demand what you're demanding now. That's why I said, if you were a product on the shelf, what substantially differentiates you from other products, women? Is it the contents? You just said no, it's the packaging.
so we'll be direct then. Yes, okay. Feel like I have a little bit of a, I can ask for what I'm asking for because I'm not a 4 or 5, you know. Let's just go into weight, size, face, the way
Yeah, you're attractive. You can, but
my
but the thing is,
appearance and my ability to cook that same meal and look a certain way, because let's be real, these high value men do want a woman that they can bring outside and be proud of. You know, you do have to look a certain way. They're not bringing just anybody outside.
unbelievable. I really wish I could bring some of the women I've talked to this week and let you stand next to them, because then you'd be like, ooh, shit. Because,
Right, because they.
here's the thing, who are you comparing yourself to? You're comparing yourself to the average woman walking around. And
She think that she is top shelf, top notch. And Kevin was like, if you seen some of the other chicks I've been around, you would humble yourself, because I'm bet you the other chicks that he been around is even better looking than her. And she's comparing herself to average chicks. Okay, yeah, you might think you top shelf if you comparing yourself to average chicks, but the chicks I be standing by, you average compared to them. And that's what a lot of women don't be realizing, is that, you know, lower your ego. For real, just lower your ego. It's not getting you anywhere. And you're looking a certain type of way, asking too much for who you are and what you provide. Let's go in.
saying that these men don't deal with average women. They're dealing with women where you're the lowest level.
Okay.
Okay, if you're the lowest
So
level, if you're an
what
8,
is
if you're an
making
8,
you the lowest level?
if you're an 8, if you're around Beyonce, there's still Kelly Rowland and Rihanna. Okay.
I never agree with Kevin on that ranking of Beyonce being less attractive than Kelly Rowland and Rihanna, but that's just me. I actually think Rihanna is overrated. I think Kelly Rowland is overrated. But that's his scale. But I just had to say that. Let's go in.
And Beyonce had to put in 7 years to get Jay-Z. The difference is the attitude. And what we're showing is, when you're a pretty woman, far too often you guys trade on your looks and not the substance.
Mm-hmm.
And where it shows up is when you start demanding things that only your looks qualify you for.
I have
Man, you just said if you were an average looking woman, you wouldn't be asking for what you're asking for.
The moon and stars.
Internally, you don't qualify for it. From a content character my value female standpoint. So you're doing it on looks. Cool. Don't you think those men up there recognize that she got the look, but she doesn't have the shit to go a long distance?
Right.
Let me ask you about your, when's your last relationship?
My current relationship that I'm in or previous?
Previous relationship.
Previous relationship was a few years.
When was it?
Before the one that I'm in.
And it lasted 3 years?
Yes.
Was he a millionaire?
Yes.
Why did he marry you?
Because of my attitude.
Who ended the relationship?
I did.
Why?
I didn't feel like I was in a position to be feminine. I couldn't relax.
In other words, she tried to probably gave him an ultimatum and got attitude with him. And she said she ended the relationship, but it's probably only because she did the whole ultimatum thing and he wasn't biting on it. I bet you that's really what happened. She already said it was her attitude. So if it was your attitude and you ended it, you must have gave him an ultimatum. And he was like, well, go. Do your thing. I'm a millionaire. You think I'm going to have a problem replacing you? And she probably tried to pressure him into marriage and things like that. And he wasn't going for it. He's like, this is where we at. This is where we're going to stay. Sometimes, a lot of times, I would say women will destroy their relationships, destroy their marriages, destroy their relationships, destroy everything. All because they're all trying to keep climbing and higher and higher and higher just because of that hypergamy. And end up working themselves out of. Now she's in a relationship now, but I tend to think that she's probably wishing she was with her ex instead of the guy she's with now. If she was happy, she wouldn't be on Kevin's show right now. She just wouldn't be on Kevin's show. She would be happily in bliss and with her dude now. Obviously, she don't respect the dude she with now. She trying to get somebody else. Anyway, let's go in.
I said that on Monday, folks. What you see for a lot of modern women is fear. They can't relax. And I want you to understand that that relationship is an employer. These men run background check. And they look at your last relationship and they say, a millionaire had you and you couldn't act right with him either. And you left him. Okay. Man. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, yes, your looks may put you in a room. But as hard as it may be to sound, and hard as it may be to hear, what you said is much more of a fun girl or a side chick, not a wife.
Right.
But if I'm able to get into a relationship with a millionaire and not be in fear, and I'm being in my feminine place, why are you shaking your head? No, I'm still in a feminine position.
How long you think? By what age you think that's gonna happen?
It happened. It definitely happened, but I was humbled. I just needed a situation where I could relax and trust that.
Are you getting married? Are you getting married?
100%. I definitely think that.
How long you guys been together?
4 months. We'll check back in 2 years, and I will send you.
2 years? 2 years?
I think it would definitely take at least. I think at the 2-year mark, I could definitely get engaged, and I will definitely invite you to my engagement party.
She doesn't know who I am, does she? You've already screwed this for 2 years?
You don't think I can get engaged in 2 years?
That's too long.
A man knows if he's going to marry you within the first, I think, honestly, 6 months.
Right. And men like that typically move that fast. 2 years is you. Because you're not ready. Because you're not ready. So the point
You're
of
right.
So I want you to understand something. I want you just cut your own throat. Because I've said it so long, 6 to 12 months is all it really takes, especially for men who know what they want. Men of value in particular. They don't date less long. That's why the chat room is going crazy. You don't even understand what you just said. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, let her go. And you just said, well, how long does it take? Well, he was on inside 6 months. Yeah, but you wouldn't be ready for 2 years. So a millionaire who's ready to go as a high value man has to wait on you for 2 years to get ready.
Definitely not. If my boyfriend asked me to get married in 6 months, 8 months, I'm saying yes, and I'll still extend the invite directly to you in my
But I'm
family
not.
way.
I'm not gonna. You're look. I don't. If you're with somebody, man. But I'm telling you right now, what I'm gathering from you is you know yourself. If he asks you, yes. If he asks you to marry him, good luck with that. Because you're not ready. Because, ma'am,
She
be
not
realistic.
she not ready because she hasn't she had that attitude that got her out of the last relationship, and she still got that attitude. I don't think that she has gotten rid of that. And she still has a lot of I don't want to say masculine energy, but she still has a lot of ego. A lot of ego. And to me, ego is a masculine trait. It looks better on men because men have to compete with each other. So they need ego and bravado. Women with ego is a turn. It's not, in my opinion, it's not a feminine trait. Okay, ego. Women should be humble and meek and sophisticated and elegant. They shouldn't have ego. Okay, that is a masculine trait. Women don't have to compete. So to the point where, I guess you could say they do have to compete with other women, but that's the only time they should have ego is trying to get their man. When they got their man, they don't need that ego no more. They drop it once they got him. Just in my opinion. But let's go back in.
If you can make it, you can lose it. And if he doesn't have the money, you're gone.
Facts. Yeah, that's small.
If he makes that kind of money,
You don't lie, man. If he doesn't have it, you're gone. That's what this entire conversation has proved. If you don't have the Lux lifestyle, you're gone. Especially if you're younger.
Why?
Man,
Why
if he loses this money in the next 5 years, you're gone because women like you would be like, well, shit, I have a few more minutes left on the shot clock. Let me go try to find another millionaire. Why do you think I can do this? Because I talk to women like you every day.
Why would I, and let's just be realistic, get married in 12 months, he falls off at 3 years. Why am I not able to pick? I've made millions, so why would I not be able to sustain our lifestyle at that level and still have a successful relationship? Why would
Because
I
you
not
wouldn't have respect for him.
Facts.
Why we're married? Why wouldn't I have respect for my husband?
Because, excuse me, man, you didn't have respect for the millionaire who was already paying for you years ago. Women, excuse me, you asked hypergamy. You are extreme hypergamous. Women do not typically have respect for men they gotta pay for.
They don't have respect for men they gotta pay for, and a lot of times they marry a lifestyle. They don't marry the man. They marry the lifestyle. The man just comes with the lifestyle. But if he can't provide the lifestyle, she don't want the man. That's how it is in the West. That's how it is. That's why the game is all messed up. It's too materialistic. It's too egocentric. It's too narcissistic. It's too selfish. It's all of those things. And that's why dating in the West is trash, in my opinion. Because a lot of people, the men need to do better, but the women are expecting way too much. And if you don't have that lifestyle, some people be married, and if the lifestyle go, they get a divorce. It happens all the time. Okay, two top things that in relationships is intimacy and money. Okay, if the money is gone, the woman is gone. And the husband can probably pick up the pieces and get back on his feet. It's too late now. The divorce done happened. Now she's recycling herself and going to do the same thing with somebody else, probably not as good as the guy that she was with. And the cycle continues. But if you just stay and work things out, maybe you can get that lifestyle back. Maybe even get it better. But just so frail feelings will cause women to panic. If they see that lifestyle is gone for a second, that puts a panic in their head. They're in panic mode. It's red alert. I got to get out. The ship is sinking. I gotta jump off this ship and get in this life raft. And then they see their husband in a big cruiser going by, and they still in that life raft, and they just wave, wishing they was on that cruiser that their husband is on. Anyway, let's go in.
Is
You're
this
right.
person older?
Yes.
So you'd be paying for an older man to raise his kids, and you'd be respecting him and be feminine. You couldn't be feminine when you were younger with a millionaire. Guys, you can learn a lot from this, because this is what I mean. It's the modern woman. And the point is, women, you have so little value in who we are as men. Go back 20 minutes ago. If I asked you to write out in detail who this man was, that piece of paper would damn near be blank. But if I asked you to write out your lifestyle, you'd write War and Peace. The man is interchangeable. As long as he has the lifestyle that can keep
Facts. That was what I was saying.
entertained, but he has to be monogamous. But that's not his job. Your job is to be on his program. Your job is to keep him entertained. Your job is to stay his wife. And that's why I'm like, guys.
So if my job is to make his life easier, make him happy, and be his basically his trophy to show off, because he is the prize, I'll go with that. Why am I not in a position in a marriage to respect him as a man that he, maybe need to take a step back? Why would we have a shift of power in a marriage? Yes.
Because if you end up having to pay the bills, that means you're not able to raise your children, and you're going to resent him for the fact that you can't be doing what you really want to do.
Right.
Because you want to do what you want to do.
I think resentment is a strong word.
If you think I believe that you would go back and work 8, 10, 12 hours to make millions of dollars and be happy with dudes sitting up there at home with the kid, it doesn't work, man.
He would never sit there. And
Man,
I just
it
feel
does.
like my man
You're
would
asked,
come up
okay,
this
man.
morning,
You asked a
and he'd
question.
be-
If a man is making less than you, your respect is going to go down. The clock, gentlemen, understand something.
Facts.
This is why I tell you to make more than your woman. Because when there is a clock, when he stops making more money than her,
Yep, the clock starts.
that motherfucking clock starts ticking. The countdown to her being out. And one thing, man, you would be out. You would be out. And that's not because that's what the world has told you ladies to do. If a man can't provide this, because the man himself, you ain't said nothing about who this man is, his character. It's been about money and a lifestyle. Cool. That's why I said side chick. But a man, if he has any sense, he has to understand that you need to understand who this man is from a character standpoint and what he has to deal with. All we've talked about is you. You. And what I'm saying is this ain't too far off from what you described in the 3-year relationship.
But I'm bringing peace and making his life easier. So if he falls off on
Who gets to
Monday,
determine whether or not you're bringing peace?
The man.
his attitude, where he doesn't have
Who gets to determine whether or not you're bringing peace?
his attitude, he decides that.
Right.
So what
Okay,
he
so I need you to
describes as
stop.
It's not his attitude. It's
Guy
just
you were with
him.
for 3 years. If I asked him right now, hey man, did you experience her as a peaceful woman? He'd say what?
Hell no.
He would say yes. He would call me paranoid. He would say she's paranoid, and she
Right.
he would not-
Paranoia is not peace. Paranoid and, panic and all of that stuff, that's not peace. You're not bringing peace if you're bringing paranoia to me. That's the opposite of peace. What are you talking about? So just go ahead and say, he wouldn't say I was bringing peace. He would say the opposite. But she trying to flip the words around and make it sound good. Yeah, he would say I will bring peace, but he would say I bring paranoia. Well, it's not. That's not peace. You know, she just want to flip the words around and try to make it sound good, and she's actually saying the opposite of her initial thing, talking about I bring peace. No, obviously you don't. Now you got to fess up to what he will really say. Let's go in.
You weren't submissive. You weren't submissive, but you were peaceful.
I was peaceful, but I wasn't allowing him to be a man. I was not allowing it.
That's not peace.
That's not peaceful.
Oh my goodness.
I was scared.
Don't care.
Okay.
The outcome, man. Whatever your motives were, the outcome is whatever it wasn't peaceful. And that's why I said, who gets to determine? The man does. And you're not listening.
But you don't think as
Right.
a man he should have made me feel safe?
Let me say this. A man should make a place safe. But how a woman feels is a totally different thing. A man can't control how you feel. One woman can feel safe in a situation, while another woman don't feel safe in a situation. They could be twin sisters. You are in control of how you feel. Okay? Why are you requiring the man to change your feelings? Aren't you working on changing your feelings? You should be working on that, not him. It's enough for him to be a human being himself with his own feelings. You mean tell me he got to regulate your feelings too? You're a grown woman. Make you feel safe. You should feel safe. That was your man. You should have had enough confidence that he would right the ship, whatever the situation was. Let's go in.
Like in any way, shape, or form? You don't think it should be
A millionaire make you feel, excuse me. No, and that's the problem. That's what that woman said last on Instagram. Modern women have been told that a man owes you everything,
Right.
all of him, and he's supposed to make you happy, feel safe, and that ain't it. Here's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to make him feel. You are
Correct.
Listen, man. This is a masculine attitude. You want a wife.
No, but I did learn from my mistakes.
You do realize that we can see you lying, right?
And that's what therapy was for.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, keep going. Keep going and getting that therapy, because I'm going to tell you, the party ain't over. It ain't over. Ain't that what Teddy said? Anyway, let me go ahead and give her a ranking, y'all. Check this out.